It is Monday, October the 14th, 2013, and I've returned to the Loreland, Mississauga canceled power plant here. Finally got the right conditions. I've returned with my Sony and on a tripod, and I just want to do some documentation. I was here last night, but the camera sure can see a lot better in the daytime. So what I want to do is use my 55 zoom here, extended zoom, just to document what's going on. There's the power plant itself. We've got the concrete bunker right there, and some trucks, a couple loaded over on this side, down here. But what I want to do is go back and just move back a bit like so. A bit of an angle. And let's start with the trucks here. What have they got as equipment? Now I'm going to go back just a bit because in case I want to do any kind of video freeze frames, there would be a good one to snap right there. Okay, again, got all kinds of equipment on it. And now going over to this truck. And up. That is the max zoom, by the way. So the two are there. Let's see what else we got. What's this? And we know what this is. And let's see what else here. And over some more. Get a little bit closer. Sometimes I have to go wide to get it all in. And anything here. And then you can see over here, that's the extent of the power plant. So now I'm going to go in and take a look here at this concrete bunker. You know, I would suggest that if the city buys a property, they just use that as a monument to the $1.1 billion liberal clusterfuck, and put a plaque there saying the Ontario taxpayer paid $1.1 billion for this and what happened at Oakville. This is the Sherway Greenfield site. Let's take a look. Go across. There's the bunker. You go across and down. Over. So there's no activity. And let's see. Let's go up here. Moving up. Up some more. Guess that's where they stopped. Down some more. And what else? Oh yeah. There's this thing right here. And as you go up, Where is that? Oh no, it keeps going up more. It's quite a bit of equipment there. And I think that that's it. I mean, what I'm going to do is, over in this direction, let me just show you. It's hard for me to see because the sun now is in my viewfinder. But over in this direction right there are a series of businesses. And if I can get into the back somehow, I can also get video of this from a different side. And over in this direction, right here, this actually is one of my graffiti study sites. Go past the tracks, there's a cul-de-sac. However, it also says warning video surveillance equipment, and I don't know how easy it is to access that. But I would like to get this from other angles. Especially this structure right here. Anyway, that's it. Thank you, Sony, for this extended 55 zoom. And turn the camera off. It is Monday, October the 14th, 2013, and I've parked here at the Loreland canceled Mississauga power plant, also called the Sherway plant. And I noticed a walkway here, got the tracks. So I'm actually going to walk this direction, makes it easy. I did say that I wanted to get that from a different angle, and what better way than to walk, say, to that silver building and take some pictures with a tripod and then get out and try it from another angle. As you can see, as I mentioned earlier, there are businesses over on that side, and all I need is a parking lot, because I sure have the camera for the job. Anyway, turning camera off. Monday, October 14th, 2013. I'm that way for orientation, and there's no longer any wonder what was on the trucks. There they are. And let's just move the tripod over here a bit. And they look to be beams, steel beams, that they would have put on the building. And I guess when they got the cancellation order, they're no longer part of this building structure right here. So that's what happens right there. One truck, two trucks. Like, I'd like to know just how much money those steel beams cost. Okay, want to walk a little bit further, so I'm turning around. Orientation, here's something interesting. This is a concrete foundation here. Looks rather substantial. And I suspect that the plan here was to build something like up here too, right? It's a, yeah, somewhat rectangular affair. And can I get in closer? Let's see. Anyway. Sometimes it's better to handhold. And can I hold it up high? Like so. I've seen professional camera people do this. And oh, I didn't even see this third truck. Interesting. Let's keep going. Turning camera on. October 14th. I'm holding the tripod up really high now. And as I mentioned, it's something you really couldn't see from, I'm going to put it down on the ground now. Something you couldn't see from where I was up at the front is that there's this third truck here with the same kind of beams. And looks like that. So just for perspective, 2 trucks here, another truck here with equipment loaded. And I'll walk to roughly where that post is and then do a shot from there, turn the camera off. Orientation. There's the truck here. And look at this thing. That's the one that I was videotaping. Up, 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 up. And look at that. There's this concrete structure. I'll go a little bit closer. Yeah, there. And again, not within view from the street. It's a blue machine there of some kind. Heavy equipment. And here's something else that's interesting. Look at that. This is already rusted. Wow. I guess what's amazing is to see the waste. Speaking of rust, look at this. I had mentioned the concrete structure. Look at the, oh, you can't do it. But all that is rusted up there as well. I'll try to videotape through the fence because the camera's focusing on the fence, not the stuff in the distance. Anyway, keep going, turn the camera off. Monday, October 14th, 2013. This is for orientation. And by the way, right now this camera is on completely wide angle. So this gives you an idea of how close I am to this structure. There it is there. And there's nothing really to... Let's see, I'd mentioned the... yeah. I'd mentioned the rust. And you see how the camera focuses on the near fence instead of the concrete at the background, which is what I really wanted to document. But there's this concrete structure, and it's already rusted. Even the concrete, which you really couldn't tell from the street. We'll walk a little bit further. Turn the camera off. Monday, October 14th, 2013, once again for orientation. I'm now here directly opposite the bunker. And I think you can see the smear of rust from the rusted, I guess it's steel stuff up the top there, steel rods. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going handheld and sticking the camera lens, the lens itself, into the hole of the fence. Turn the camera off. Monday, October 14th, 2013. This is the cancelled Mississauga power plant. There's the bunker. And the camera now is shooting, as you can see here, through a hole in the fence. And what I want to do is I want to get a close-up. As I said, these steel beams here are already rusted. And you really can't tell that from a distance and from shooting at Loreland Avenue. All the way along to here. And you can see, can I get there? Yeah. So, and it's, now this is, there was talk by Mississauga Council that they might buy this property, turn it into a park or something, but they've got this structure to deal with. But now that I see it, I would think, why remove it? You know, put a big plaque there and dedicate it to our provincial politicians and the Ontario Liberal Party. I know, a monument to the McGuinty-Wynne Liberals. And Hudak, and anybody else who would have canceled this power plant to win votes in the last election, because that's what happened. You're actually looking here at a Liberal seat saver, but before you get too crabby about the Liberals, the NDP and the Conservatives would have done the same thing. Here's the other one. And what else? Oh, by the way, it's really, again, it's difficult for the camera to focus. But that's kind of here, the end of the property. So I don't need to go any further. And I've certainly satisfied my curiosity. Let me see, I've got a videotape again here through the hole. And I sure know what this looks like. And more than ever, I say, why remove it? Keep it. You know, keep it as a monument. This, however, could be removed. That could be a real problem. I can see people who are interested in skateboarding also being interested in parkour or something and climbing up to the top. But that, gosh, keep it the way that it is. And you know, the other thing that I don't get is City Mississauga talking about turning this into a park. In the background there, you see the businesses that I had said that I wanted to get behind to videotape the plant from, I guess, the south side. But just to show you what's around here, there is nothing residential. You've got industrial, you've got this railway track coming through here. And then Loreland Avenue and more businesses and trucks over here. So I'm not all that sure that you're going to have this as a viable public park where a lot of people are going to go. And again, you know, people have surprised me over the years, especially at the City of Mississauga. But if it were me, I'd turn this into a tourist attraction. Ontario. This is one of the things, part of what you paid for, $1.1 billion to cancel this in the Oakville plant. Take a look. You know? Take a look. How many PSWs could this have bought for Alzheimer's patients or for hospitals, equipment or nurses? $1.1 billion. You know, and Wynne still has the nerve to go up there and smile. Or Hudak dumping on the Liberals when he would have done the same thing himself. You know, in some ways, this is kind of a visual representation of our government. You know? Just rust and lies. Anyway, wonder how long this truck's been here. I mean, this hulk of a truck, flatbed. Okay, I'm going to walk back this way, drive around, and see if I can't get into one of those businesses there, the backyards, and document this from the other side, especially this structure right there from the other side. That's it. Turn anything off. It is Monday, October the 14th, 2013. outside of the canceled Mississauga power plant. Managed to find access, and just as I started, a freight train goes by. I don't see much in the way of graffiti there. I will take a walk a little bit here. I don't want to get too far away from the car. And I'll videotape through here. From the walk, or maybe I just didn't walk far enough, is that there's also a structure that started out here. And again, sometimes I videotape and I don't notice something as I'm videotaping, and it's only afterwards when I analyze the footage that I realize that I documented something I didn't notice while I was on site. Anyway, so this is the north site, and this is as wide angle as I can make it. So let's just shoot through here. And I got my car idling, and I don't want to do that. So anyway, I'm happy with this. Turning camera off.
Don't crash the ambulance, whatever you do.
Now, I just mentioned that I have a camera for the job, and darn it if a bird didn't flap up. He's right there. Let's see what this camera can do. There he is. Close up even. Right there. And then he's gone. But just to show you, Sony 55 extended zoom. Turning camera off.